What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Tyler Gates, aka Tag Live 205, and welcome back to another episode of the Tag Live 205 Talk Show. If you have not already, subscribed to the channel. Also, follow me on Instagram at Tyler A. Gates, that's my personal, and Tag Live 205, the talk show Instagram. All lowercase, no punctuations. Also, TikTok, Spotify, and subscribe to Tag Live 205 on the Millions app. You can download it, Apple Store, Google Play, and go to the millions.co website and follow me there. We have a lot of things to talk about, but we're going to get into this Miami Ole Miss game. I do have a couple videos coming out today, and that includes Reels, so stay tuned with that. Let's talk about the Fiesta Bowl, shall we? I have it written here in my notes. Let me tell you something. Last night was film study football. A classic edition of film study football. That's what it was. The number 10 Miami Hurricanes proceed to go on and beat the number 6 Ole Miss Rebels in Glendale, Arizona, the home of Calais Campbell, currently on the Cardinals. And he went to the U. I mean, it's crazy. They went on to probably have one of the best fourth quarters I've ever seen in a couple years in a college football playoff game. Carson Beck, ironically, running that touchdown in to seal the deal. It's so ironic that he was the one to get the game-winning touchdown after all the rumors about him and Georgia not getting along. That pairing is not clicking. Bobo not liking Beck, and then him transferring, saying he needed a quote-unquote fresh start. It's a lot of things that go into that, and I'm going to give you a personal opinion here and a fan opinion here, and they're both the same. I disagree to the fullest when I say Carson Beck's experience at Georgia was egregious. It was not egregious. Carson Beck's experience at Georgia was nonetheless amazing. The reason he left is because he wanted another opportunity and he wanted a fresh start. We get that. But let's not blame the fans. Let's not blame Kirby Smart, and let's not blame certain elements. We can definitely blame the coaching staff, for sure. But let's not blame other elements. The main takeaways: Carson Beck, that man is a legend. That man right there, that's a bad man. He is a legend in the making, okay? He just didn't throw the ball. He ran the football. The game-winning touchdown to seal it, he ran it. Carson Beck, 268 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a gutsy go-ahead 3-yard scramble with 18 seconds left, delivering a signature moment in history. Hold on. I got you. And don't sleep on Malachi Tony. Whenever you think about Miami, you think about Malachi Tony first this season. Sorry, Carson Beck. Sorry, Cam Ward from last year. Sorry, Xavier Restrepo. But we're thinking about Malachi Tony and what he did this year. I'm not even going to go down his stats of what he did this year, but a 36-yard touchdown, that was including Carson Beck's go-ahead touchdown. Those 2 touchdowns were so important. Reminded me of Zay Flowers' 2 touchdowns in a row against the Steelers in that AFC North clinching game. But that definitely flipped the momentum. Gonna give credit to Trinidad Chambliss. This storyline, they did not quit, right? You had Trinidad Chambliss out there looking like Kyler Murray once again, and ironically enough, he was playing in Arizona. That's ironic, right? They didn't even blink in the fourth quarter against Miami. They didn't against Georgia. They didn't against Miami. They even took the lead with just a couple minutes left. Now, I personally was rooting for Miami, as I'm pretty sure the whole world was, because they wanted to really be like, you know what? It's time. Miami, it's time. Mario Cristobal, it's time. It did not work in Oregon, it's time. That's why I want Oregon to really go up against Miami. I want to see how Cristobal is going to do against his old team. I really want to see it. Oregon in the national championship hasn't happened since Marcus Mariota's been there. So you know Mariota's going to be there if they are victorious tonight against the number 1 team in the country and Heisman winner, Fernando Mendoza and the Indiana Hoosiers. Now, Miami, they found it. Whatever that it was that they were looking for, they found it. They kept grinding, they kept pounding, and they delivered. In the end, Ole Miss, play calls, inexperience from Pete Golding, it all played a factor. Mario Cristobal's been here before. He's been in big purchase situations. But going to the national championship at home, I feel as if that's what they wanted. That's what Miami really wanted, was to play at home, be the first team ever in the college football playoff, in college football history, to host the national championship in their home arena. Gonna give you a quick preview. But before I do, of the Indiana and Oregon game, gonna give a quick shout out here to a couple of people. Gonna give a shout out, the show shout outs to Carson Beck. Yes, Carson Beck definitely gets a shout out from me. The the way he anchored Georgia when he was here. And yes, I was in full support of him last night, as I just harped on, because of what he did here at Georgia, coming behind Stetson Bennett after those 2 national championships. That's hard to do. That is hard to do. And what he did for us, I'm grateful. I'm grateful. I'm grateful. Now, tonight, the number 1 team, as I keep mentioning, the Indiana Hoosiers going against the number 5 Oregon Ducks, the Never Say Die Ducks. The Never Say Die Oregon Ducks, with a trip to the national championship on the line. Yes, it is here in Atlanta, my city, the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl. And there are no gimmies in this game as I'm looking at the over and unders right now. There's no gimmies in this game. This is all gladiator style. The storylines, Indiana, number 1 seed, obviously. This team is so dominant that when you look at it on paper, you're like, oh, this team shouldn't even be, they shouldn't even be in the playoffs. They shouldn't even be in the top 25 if you really dissect it. But because of a man named Kirk Signetti, who said, Google me, I win. Oh, we're going to Google you. We can Google you. Matter of fact, pop it on my screen, please. I need somebody to Google this man. It clearly states on your screen that Kirk Signetti, if you Google him, you see it. You see everything. You see everything. And oh, by the way, Dan Lanny, haven't forgot what you said about the SEC, by the way. I know the SEC, people are saying that the SEC does not run it anymore. It's a Big Ten league or an SEC league. Come here. Listen to me. Let me tell you something. The SEC is going to forever run college football. Okay? Alabama, as much as I dislike them, as much as I hate them, they're still the cream of the crop when it comes to college football. Notre Dame as well, but they're not in the SEC. Alabama and Georgia are still the teams to beat in college football. I know Alabama's weak, but they are the teams to beat in college football. Indiana, Cinderella run, ends here. It ends here. You guys are not going to win this game. As much as I love Fernando Mendoza, as much as I love Elijah Surratt, I want him on the Falcons next year. To go with Drake London. Oh my God. As much as I love that running game, as much as I love the big instruction tight ends that they have, it's amazing. The coaching staff. I mean, you can't go wrong when you're talking about Indiana. But Oregon just has that blueprint, right? Oregon is a team that's been struggling to get to the national championship, to get back to that, to get back there. You know, you had Marcus Mariota, you had Justin Herbert, you had Dylan Gabriel, you had Bo Nix, all of these quarterbacks who have never been to the national championship except for Marcus Mariota. He knows how it feels to get there. Oregon has a championship because of Marcus Mariota. So when you look at Dante Moore, do you really expect Dante Moore to play anywhere up to these standards that they're labeling him? Yes. Do I expect Dante Moore to overthrow a couple players tonight? No. Do I expect Dante Moore to overstimulate and overthink? You're absolutely right. Both of them are going to overstimulate and overthink tonight, especially Mendoza. When that pressure gets to him, not going to call it Penn State pressure just yet, but when that pressure gets to him, they're really going to bring it. I thought Alabama was going to bring that pressure to them. Did not work. I thought Ohio State in the Big Ten championship was going to bring that pressure. Did not work. I even thought that Penn State was going to win the game on that 4th down. Obviously, that did not work. But when you look at certain key matchups to watch in this game, give me the Hoosiers offense versus the Oregon's defense. Nothing to take away against Oregon's offense, but that's my key matchup. I'm going to reverse it. Because as I have in my notes here, the Hoosiers, they're going to disrupt timing. They're going to disrupt the timing early, They're going to disrupt Dante Moore's throwing ability early. But Oregon in the second half is a different demon. If Oregon gets ahead and forces Indiana to chase and play catch up, I think this game is pretty much going to be sealed. Their fate is sealed. It's a chess match, no doubt, between Dan Lanning and Kurt Signetti. But when you are looking at college football and look at the landscape of what this matchup culminates to, they're two of the best coaches in college football, man. They're going to make it work somehow. The odds and the expectations are obviously in Indiana's favor. You have them as a 10-point, not underdog, a 10-point juggernaut, right? It's either going to be a tight game or somebody's going to be pulling away late. And I feel like Oregon's going to pull away late with this win. I feel like Oregon may get behind and Oregon is going to mount a comeback and they're going to pull away late. And Dante Moore might be the hero. We don't know. We don't know. This is a high-stakes college football playoff game. Indiana's efficiency, discipline, and physicality versus Oregon's speed, creativity, and playmaking. This game is passion. This game is drama. And the winner goes on to face Miami in Miami for the national championship, where there will be no excuses there to win. The only excuse will be home field advantage. Let me know down below, guys. What do you think about this video? Give me any pointers, any tips, your predictions tonight. And oh, by the way, subscribe to the channel if you have not to. I will be watching the game tonight. And yes, I probably will be going live at 6 o'clock just to give my final says. But my prediction is Oregon is going to win this game. Dante Moore, the number 2 projected overall pick, will beat the number 1 projected overall pick in the 2026 NFL Draft. So, let me know down below what you guys think. Tyler A. Gates is out. And stay live, y'all.